Hello everybody! It is me, Paul. Welcome back to my studio, Warsaw, Poland, and to my humble YouTube channel. This is the place where we talk about music production, mixing, mastering, sound design, game audio, and more. Today we will talk about organizing and optimizing your workflow, your workplace, to make it most streamlined, most smooth experience ever. And I hope you get inspired by what you see today. I've been working on this small space for quite some time. I'm always looking for upgrades to speed up my things. Speed and precision are both my things, and I really do believe that what I have created here in terms of layout of hardware and some controllers and other stuff really makes me work really fast and efficient. And today I would like to present it to you, so let's go. And if by any chance you think this channel is a cool place, if you like my studio and my vids, you can always subscribe to this channel, you can get notified, you can like the vid, and you can leave me a comment down below, because I'm always looking forward to new discussions with you. Let's go! So, alright, today we will first of all shoot using two cameras. One is here, the second one is here. Because I really want to make it wide angle. I really want to show you the place I'm using in everyday work. I want you to see how the things are organized step by step, element by element, so that it's really something comprehensive and useful for you guys. And first, we will start with mouse, keyboard, and Metagrid Pro. As for keyboard and mouse, this is Logitech G502 Hero gaming mouse by Logitech. And I'm not sponsored by them in any way, I just buy their products, and I really do believe that they are very high quality. I've been using them for years. These are my favorites. This mouse is heavy, it's very stable. It's got one really cool function. This wheel can go endless like this. I can make it scroll for a long time, which is cool, both in my text editors, in my DAWs, whatever I use. I can also block it here, and this mouse also has got a lot of additional customizable buttons that you customize using G-Hub software that I will show to you. Now, yes, this is my keyboard. This is G502 Hero. Yeah, and as for keyboard, it's G413 gaming mechanical keyboard, also very good, very high quality. It's very reliable. You can bang it for years and it won't break simply. It's also kind of low profile. This keyboard is not too high, so that my tablets can lie down here between my keyboard and my main touch monitor, which I'm going to review in a second. And yeah, iPads. The iPads are here. They are running a Metagrid Pro app. You will find a lot of stuff about Metagrid on my channel. Take a look here. So see also Metagrid, Metasystem.io people YouTube channel to learn more about this amazing control app. I've got some Velcros down here and down here, so that the whole monitor, iPads, keyboard stuff is stable, guys. And as for Metagrid, yeah, boom, it's switched, right? This is my main layout for Innuendo. I'm not gonna show it to you in details. As I said, you'll have a separate video about it. I can, for example, create audio tracks very quickly. I can enable, disable them. I can create new projects. I can open every possible panel. I can trigger a lot of useful macros. These are my most used functions as keyboard shortcuts and macros mainly. I've got a lot of different screens. I can even trigger my plugins. Boom, yeah, so that you know that I'm using Acoustica Audio a lot. I can also delete the plugins. The plugins do not reside here. It's just a simulated mouse click, text, and enter that I perform here using tablets. I even got custom plugin companies icons here that you can't see, guys. And yeah, this is my powerhouse. I cannot imagine working without two iPads running Metagrid Pro right now, and with a good customizable mouse, this keyboard and this touchscreen it's an absolute powerhouse already. Let's go forward. Monitors. Yes, you may say that this is an overkill because I'm having one main monitor. I mean, no, the main one is actually here in front of me. It's a 32-inch monitor, and usually my main Nuendo window is like this. Yeah, but I'm running my Nuendo mixer. Let me get back here. I'm running my Nuendo mixer, my plugins, my automation windows right here, and I can draw them all. I can do whatever I feel. I can write automation or using my faders, whatever I feel like. This touch monitor gives me a lot of advantages when working, and I want to make it fast. The fastest probably thing is together with Metagrid Pro. I'll show you, I'll record any audio. It's silence, but who cares? And here I can run Isotope RX using a powerful macro. And then I can do stuff with the sound. Of course, there's silence, so nothing's gonna happen here. And then with just one click, I can send it back, edit it to Nuendo together with closing direct offline processing window. So yes, this is what really makes me streamlined. I also got one large 52-inch or 56-inch TV in front of me that you cannot see right now. You're gonna see it at the end of the vid, don't worry. And this is my main video screen, let's say, when I do film post, when I work on game audio, or when I work on game, film, music, whatever it is. This is my action video screen that I'm having there, but 3 is not enough, right? So I've got 4th and 5th, or rather 4th and 5th, because this one is really an additional one. It serves only for one purpose. And this one, yeah, I'm running OBS, as you can see, maybe that this is OBS recording. When I'm recording to OBS, this is on, but my file explorer, which is XY Plotter, this is what I use. I'll take it here for a second so that you can see. Yes, this is the soft, and also not sponsored by them. And I browse all my files, all my projects here without moving this. I simply switch the computer on, and the first thing is actually XY Plotter. This is the first thing I'm having. It's got 2 panels, separate panels, which is cool for copying, comparing stuff, and moving them conveniently. And yes, that's the thing. Second thing, my mail client, which is sometimes here, but I tend recently also to move it here. When I browse, yes, it's usually here, but let's make it something dark. Yes, so it looks better in the camera. I usually browse for things here because sometimes I'm also used to clicking things just on the screen, like with my fingers. But for example, when I'm browsing for sounds, using SoundSnap, that's going to be bright, I'm afraid, kind of. But when I browse for samples, for packs, or even better, I'll simply launch Loop Cloud. As you can see, my taskbar is full of stuff that these are the things I use on everyday basis. These are the most crucial tools I must have at hand. And yes, we are a diversified company. We feel versatile. I do feel somehow multi-directional in what I do. So yes, a lot of different stuff that I must have at hand. And here's my Loop Cloud on this right monitor that you can hopefully see from this cam. And when I'm doing a project here, I can browse for my samples here and still see some of my plugins or my mixer here, which is really very, very convenient while having a video or anything else out there. So this screen rocks. Also, the 5th screen that is here, it only runs one thing. And this thing is Ulean loudness meter. Whatever I do, I usually have to meter this in some ways. So my Ulean lens here, it's like this in every preset. that I have in Nuendo, because you can have project presets in Nuendo. Every project presets that I have simply has got this Ulin printed on this particular screen, guys. And simply I take a look at the readings and there's nothing else here, but I really need this. And this layout actually lets me have full control over things I'm working on without switching any windows, any applications. I simply create a layout like you see right now. Let's say this is Loop Cloud right now. I've got my Loop Cloud, mixer, project, video, metering here, which went gone, but it's here. Then I might switch some stuff on this right monitor. This is the only monitor that sometimes needs some switching, because I can switch to OBS, or I can switch, for example, to my mail client, etc., etc. But this is not all. What did you think? Wait. If by any chance any of our clients would like to see the text we're reading or singing, or the video we're working on, or the gameplay that's here on this big screen, they can have this small tablet out there in the back to still use it. And I will enable the driver for SuperDisplay app. And now when I connect the Wi-Fi, it should, yes. Boom, it's gonna do some magic because it's turning on additional screen. Now, display settings, you can see that 5 and 6, so the TV that's out there you can see and the tablet are the same screen duplicated. Of course, I can make this tablet, for example, duplicate also my Nuendo window. Boom. Yes, etc., etc. This is my choice. Whatever I feel like displaying for my folks, I can do it. Let's play some YouTube stuff. Like, for example, yeah, just a second, just a couple of seconds, so that you can see that it works. Yes, my friends, these are my displays. Shall we continue? As for my controllers, I will start with RME ARC controller. This is an RME Fireface UFX controller. It can control a range of RME units, and it's an amazing piece of gear. I cannot imagine anything better to control my RME interface, because I can change some presets here, some routing, some levels. I can switch so-called snapshots here. So this is my main stereo snapshot, then a bit quieter, then even more quiet. Then I can route the signal only to my headphones, only to my center channel to check the translation of the mix. I can also make it check on my small Aris speakers or on my large JBL speakers out there. But that's not all, because if I load the workspace here, I've got 5.1 setup that I use a lot because I do film mixdowns. So this is my main calibrated 5.1 center channel, left-right channel, left and right surround channels, quadros, so left, right, left surround and right surround, and also my LFE channel separated. So yeah, this is really kind of streamlined and efficient. Let's load the stereo, the main stereo workspace. Also, this small button is my talkback, because this mic is also a talkback mic to talk to vocalists and VO artists out there. And this is the button I'm using for calling the total mix window. I'm not actually using this dial much, because I have everything as presets, very efficient, very repetitive, precise presets that I got used to. Snapshots. They are called snapshots. Another of my controllers is this one. This is Shuttle Pro V2 by a Canadian, I believe, company called Contour. This thing serves mainly the purposes of transport section of any DAW or other timeline software. I'll show you what it does very quickly. I can fast forward and forward rewind, fast rewind. I can, of course, trigger play, record. I can do punch in, punch out. I can select the project start, project end. This is punch in, this is punch out. I can zoom in and zoom out also vertically. Oh, this one doesn't work for some reason. No, it does. Cool thing is that the mixer in Nuendo also works like this here. Yes, you're gonna see it here, maybe a bit better. So yeah, this is cool. Also works with DaVinci Resolve. I've got a separate preset for DaVinci Resolve. The panel of this device looks like this. You can create as many presets for as many apps as you want. You can choose the type of the action here, and you can assign whatever you wish. This thing is really cool, and having this plus RME really is cool. The most interesting and less obvious one is probably this little fella. This is simply Surface Dial by Microsoft that I can use with Windows in a regular way. What Surface Dial normally does is mainly that it controls volume, or it controls scrolling for your screen in some situations, just like that, and that's it. But there's a custom software called Elephant by a guy called Pablo Martin. He's running a small company called Save the Humans. I'll show you how Elephant looks like. And this thing is both hate and love, because the idea behind it is cool, but I have to tell you, doesn't always work fully stable. It sometimes...
Allow me to introduce you to Irene, an incredible...
What's this? Exactly, Surface Dial doing stuff. I think that Elephant is turned on. Yes, and this is the Elephant control panel. Here I can control a lot of different stuff. I actually used virtual key shortcuts on my Contour device to switch this little guy into different modes. Scroll mode as normally, maybe let's... so that you see that scroll works. I'll quit this. Yes, this is the scroll mode, but there is more. Let's open it again. I don't have to open it each time. I just can use shortcuts. Knob mode is interesting because when I take a plugin, it's cool to show it to you on a analog emulation like this one. This is really cool. This gives you really nice feel. Doing this, and the third mode that I activate with this button, it's a MIDI device mode, and lets me control a lot of MIDI parameters. Selected MIDI CC and selected MIDI channel can be controlled like this MIDI, like this close menu. Yeah, like this. And now you can see that MIDI is indicated. And yeah, as I said, hate-love relationship. But I came up with an idea of a custom controller that would have a dial of this kind and buttons at the bottom. Scrolling, knob, and MIDI. No, don't install anything for me right now. So again, scroll, knob, and MIDI. And I want to order it from a guy from Finland. Yes, this is the guy. This is the guy called Parks House. This is the business name or the guy's name. He does a lot of custom stuff, and he encourages people to drop him emails with ideas. So just yesterday, preparing this very vid, I dropped him the idea I just described for you, and I hope to get an answer. How much would it be, and would it be possible to make it functional, cool, and actually solve all the issues that I'm having with this, because sometimes I really find it hard to use. Guys, these are all my controllers. No, not really, because here I've got OXI One. It's a drum machine. I use it strictly for programming my drums, and I usually do it the way that very gently I put it on top of my... yeah. First I should block the screens because I do it usually, and I simply put it here on top of my iPads. Of course, first quitting Metagrid Pro, which I didn't do right now. And if you thought this is it in the department of my controllers, you are very wrong. Because this is the last one. And yes, preparing it takes up to 30 seconds. But whenever I write music, whenever I score anything, I used to have this piano here on my very right, and I used to have another screen on my right, but I find it way, way more convenient to score things, to play my music, to produce, simply having everything in one place like this. And this really feels streamlined. This feels smooth and very, I just like it. And yes, of course, it's all about efficiency, but it's also all about having fun at workplace. Like, make your workplace your friend. Make it fun. This is also a factor, guys. Yeah, so these were my controllers. And the last thing probably should be my other audio rig. Let's go. As for the audio rig in my studio, this episode is not strictly about audio equipment, but of course I have to mention it's a vital part of what I do here. So I've got Monopoly and DeepMind by Behringer. I've got Subsequent 37 and my favorite beloved Prophet Rev 2 by DSI. Then I've got some of my rack units, which are double Camden EC1 preamp with saturation from Loop Trotter Saturate 2 is there with me. I also got Virus TI hidden out there because I'm using it, still using the control remote software. And then on the very other side out there, yes, it's hidden behind the monitor, so this is kind of a drawback, a minus in my setup. I've got my Fireface interface, I've got my drive rack that I'm using on output, I've got my added unit from Focusrite, and then I've got a die box from Behringer that I'm using with my synths. And guys, this is it. I also got a printer that I'm rarely using, like printed documents are getting even more and more rare. Then I've got 5.1 set up with my speakers, I've got some fancy lamps, I've got a sofa for my clients. Guys, that's it. And let's sum the things up. Yes, having your workplace adjusted to what you do and make you efficient as possible, it takes time, it takes effort, but my best experience is that you will gain this effort back because you will save a lot of time, a lot of effort when working on everyday basis. So yes, I have to set up my grids for Metagrid Pro. Yes, I have to choose a monitor, I have to place it. I have to upgrade something like once a year or twice a year. It's not the biggest hassle. And you may say this is an overkill, and I do believe that I have reached a level of some kind of nirvana. This is a Zen state for me, because really everything I need in my everyday work is here. This environment is very stable, very responsive. Not mentioning this maybe elephant and surface dial thing, this is the only thing that's not fully there, I would say, but the rest is really flawless. And also when my clients come to me and they work with me, they give me feedback on what I do, they really can see how responsive I am as their guy, their music, their audio guy, that I can really react fast to what they need when they are here and they can see this. Also when they are remote, which is 80 or 90% of situations that they are not there, I can really do my things not only good, I can make them fast and relatively cheap. They say that these three never come together. I do believe that somehow, for the good of your clients and for the good of your business as well, these three can be somehow kept together if you know how to take care of streamlining and smoothing out your workplace. Guys, that's it. I hope you liked it. I hope you got inspired, that you've got some new ideas for your own home or pro studios. If you do or if you don't, please leave a comment down below, and I hope to hear you very, very soon. Take care, bye!